Most people wake up and move through the day without thinking much about how their time is being spent. Hours pass. Tasks get pushed aside, energy gets drained, and the day slips away. But here's the truth. Successful people don't live like that. They don't treat time casually. They treat it with purpose. This video is about what really separates people who succeed from those who don't. It's not luck. It's not talent. It's how they use the same 24 hours that you have. You might think you're busy, but are you actually moving forward? Are your actions lining up with what you want in life? That's where the difference begins. We're going to look at real steps you can take to use your time better, starting with the first hour of your day, cutting out noise, choosing what matters, and ending each night with clarity. You'll hear practical and powerful strategies that you can apply right now. If you've ever felt like your day runs you instead of the other way around, or if you're tired of feeling stuck in the same cycle, this is for you. Stay with this video until the end, and you'll walk away with the tools to turn your time into progress. Now let's dive in. Number 1. Wake up early and take full control now. The morning is one of the most powerful times of your day, and how you start it sets the tone for everything that follows. The first hours of your day are critical. They hold the potential to shape your productivity, mindset, and success. Too many people let these precious moments slip by, wasting them in the comfort of their bed or through aimless scrolling. But if you want to achieve your goals and take charge of your life, waking up early is one of the most effective habits you can adopt. When you wake up early, you are giving yourself a head start on the day. You're starting ahead of the rest of the world. While others are still asleep, you're already up and taking action. You're not reacting to the world, you're proactively shaping your day and making things happen. The world is quiet in the early hours. This gives you a unique opportunity to think clearly, set your intentions, and focus without distractions. This time is yours. The longer you stay in bed, the more opportunities you miss to build momentum and start your day with purpose. Waking up early forces you to take control of your day, not let it control you. Most people wake up to the sound of an alarm, then go straight into autopilot mode, checking their phone, getting ready for work, and dealing with the endless stream of distractions. But if you wake up early, you can decide exactly what you want to focus on. You set the pace for the day. You can start with a morning routine that sets you up for success. When you wake up early, you gain time that is yours, uninterrupted and unclaimed by the demands of the outside world. This is when you can invest in yourself, whether it's through personal development, exercise, reading, or working on your goals. Imagine starting your day by taking 30 minutes or an hour just for yourself. How different would your mindset be if you began your day with intention instead of rushing to keep up with everything else? Waking up early also allows you to take control of your mindset. You don't have to start your day reacting to emails, messages, or tasks. Instead, you can begin with positive habits that focus on your growth and well-being. You can meditate, plan your day, or do something that puts you in the right frame of mind. This is the time to center yourself, to build the resilience that will carry you through the challenges of the day. When you take control of your mornings, you make sure that your day begins on your terms. The earlier you wake up, the more productive your day can be. When you wake up early, you're giving yourself the space to accomplish tasks without feeling rushed. You can start your day by completing small but important tasks that build momentum. This sense of progress in the morning sets a powerful tone for the rest of the day. Imagine waking up at 5:30 a.m., starting your day by reading, exercising, or tackling an important project. By the time the world wakes up, you've already made significant strides. A key reason successful people wake up early is because they understand the value of time. Every hour you spend in the morning is an hour you're investing in yourself and your goals. If you want to achieve something, you have to prioritize your time. And waking up early allows you to do just that. Time is your most valuable asset. Once it's gone, you can never get it back. By waking up early, you maximize your time and ensure that every moment counts. Waking up early also gives you the space to prioritize your health. Instead of rushing out the door or skipping breakfast, you can wake up, stretch, hydrate, and engage in healthy habits that fuel your body for the day ahead. This not only boosts your energy levels, but also sets the foundation for a healthier lifestyle. The early hours are the perfect time to take care of your physical and mental health, which will fuel your productivity and focus throughout the day. Let's talk about the discipline required to wake up early. It's not easy, especially when your bed feels so comfortable and the temptation to hit the snooze button is strong. But that discipline is what sets you apart from those who just go through the motions. Every time you wake up early, you are making a choice to take control of your day and to prioritize your growth. It's not just about waking up early, it's about building the self-discipline to follow through, even when it's difficult. The more consistently you wake up early, the more you strengthen your ability to manage your time, maintain focus, and stick to your commitments. You're training your mind and body to rise above distractions and take decisive action. It's not just about the extra time in the morning, it's about the mindset you cultivate. The simple act of waking up early sends a message to your brain that you are serious about your goals. It signals that you value your time and that you're committed to achieving success. When you wake up early, you also avoid the trap of procrastination. There's something magical about that early morning silence. You are not yet bogged down by the stresses of the day. There are no urgent meetings, no emails demanding your attention, and no distractions pulling you in different directions. In the early morning hours, you have a rare opportunity to dive into your work or personal development with undivided attention. This is when your most creative and productive work can be done. The key to taking full control of your mornings is creating a morning routine that sets you up for success. Whether it's reading, journaling, exercising, or planning your day, the right morning routine gives you the structure and focus you need to take control of the rest of the day. The more consistent your routine, the more powerful your mornings will become. The morning is the foundation upon which you build your day, and the earlier you wake up, the more solid that foundation will be. It's important to realize that waking up early isn't just about adding more work to your day. It's about creating space for meaningful activities that will move you closer to your goals. Waking up early gives you time to work on your personal growth, your health, and your long-term vision. It's an investment in your future. When you wake up early, you're giving yourself the time and the freedom to do what matters most, whether it's developing a new skill, building your business, or simply taking care of yourself. Another benefit of waking up early is the sense of accomplishment it gives you. There's a unique satisfaction in starting your day before the world even wakes up. It's a feeling of achievement, a sense that you are doing something others aren't willing to do. This feeling of accomplishment carries through the rest of your day, boosting your confidence and setting you up for more success. In the end, waking up early is a choice. It's a choice to take full control of your day, to prioritize your goals, and to invest in your future. It's not easy at first, but the benefits are undeniable. When you wake up early, you are not just waking up to the world, you are waking up to the possibilities that lie ahead. You are giving yourself the opportunity to take charge, to make progress, and to live with purpose. So wake up early, take full control, and make the most of every day. Your future self will thank you for it. Number 2, cut distractions and focus fully on real goals. You must first understand that your attention is the most precious resource you have. Every moment you spend distracted is a moment you're not moving forward. Distractions are everywhere. Social media, messages, phone calls, emails, the constant pull of urgent tasks. All of these things steal your time and energy. The key to achieving your goals is learning to eliminate these distractions and refocus your energy on what truly matters. First, acknowledge that distractions are not just external. Often we create distractions for ourselves. We get sidetracked by minor tasks that feel like accomplishments, but aren't actually moving us forward. Checking your email, scrolling through social media, or even just reorganizing your desk can feel productive, but in reality, these are just ways to avoid the real work. The tasks that will actually move you closer to your goals are often the ones you avoid because they're difficult or uncomfortable. But this is the crux of success. You must stop distracting yourself and start focusing on the real hard work that will bring you results. One of the first steps in cutting distractions is to take an honest inventory of where your time is going. Where are you leaking energy? How much of your day is spent reacting to the demands of others instead of proactively working on your own goals? It's easy to get caught up in the endless stream of tasks, but without focus, none of these tasks will truly move you forward. Spend some time each day to reflect on how you're spending your hours. Are you prioritizing the things that matter most? If not, it's time to make a change. You need to learn how to say no. This is one of the most powerful skills you can develop. The more you say yes to the distractions, The more you dilute your focus, saying yes to every request, every meeting, or every interruption takes away from the time you could be spending on your goals. You don't have to attend every meeting or respond to every message. The most successful people have mastered the art of saying no. They know that every yes to something that isn't aligned with their goals is a no to something that could bring them closer to success. Create clear boundaries with your time. Protect your hours from the distractions that threaten to steal them. Set aside specific periods of your day when you focus solely on the tasks that move you forward. During these hours, eliminate any potential distractions, put your phone on silent or turn it off completely. Close any tabs on your computer that don't relate to the task at hand. Let people around you know that you're in a focused work period and can't be interrupted. Make your time sacred and treat your goals with the respect they deserve. Another powerful tool to cut distractions is the use of time blocking. Schedule your day in advance and assign specific tasks to specific time slots. This forces you to dedicate yourself fully to one thing at a time, without the temptation to jump from task to task. When you time block, you're creating a structure that eliminates the chaos of multitasking and random distractions. You know exactly what you should be doing at any given moment, and there's no room for anything else. It's important to recognize that distractions don't always come from external sources. Internal distractions like your own thoughts and doubts can be just as damaging. If your mind constantly drifts to worries about what could go wrong, or if you're unsure about the next step, you'll have a hard time staying focused. This is why it's crucial to cultivate mental discipline. When you feel your mind wandering, take a deep breath, refocus, and remind yourself of the importance of the task at hand. You can use techniques like mindfulness or meditation to train your mind to stay present and calm. This will help you resist the temptation of mental distractions and keep you focused on the task that's in front of you. In today's world, one of the biggest distractions is technology. While it's a tool that can be incredibly useful, it can also be a major source of distraction. Social media, notifications, and endless news cycles can pull your attention away from your goals. Technology is designed to capture your focus and keep it, but you must take control. Set boundaries around your use of technology. Turn off notifications, limit your screen time, and set specific times to check your email or social media. Use apps or tools that help you block distracting websites during work hours. The less time you spend mindlessly scrolling or checking your phone, the more time you'll have to dedicate to the things that truly matter. If you're truly serious about cutting distractions and focusing on your goals, you must also evaluate your environment. Your surroundings play a significant role in your ability to focus. If you're working in a cluttered or noisy space, it's much harder to concentrate. Take a look at where you work. Is it a space that helps you focus, or is it full of distractions? If it's the latter, make changes. Create a clean, organized, and quiet space where you can fully engage with your work. Surround yourself with only the tools and materials you need, and eliminate anything that could pull your attention away. It's also important to recognize that focusing on your real goals isn't just about eliminating distractions, it's about creating an environment of deep work and undisturbed focus. This means dedicating blocks of time where you can work without interruptions, where you can dive deeply into the most important tasks without checking your phone, answering emails, or engaging in any other distractions. Set up periods of time each day where you can immerse yourself fully in your work, where you can give your best effort without anything standing in your way. The more you create these spaces for deep focus, the more you'll accomplish in less time. At the same time, you must develop the habit of reflection. At the end of each day, take a few minutes to review how you spent your time. Did you stay focused on your goals, or did you fall into distractions? What went well and where can you improve? This practice of reviewing your day will help you fine-tune your ability to cut distractions and keep your focus sharp. Over time, you'll become better at spotting distractions before they take hold, and you'll be able to refocus more quickly when your attention drifts. Cutting distractions is a practice that requires constant attention and effort. The more you practice it, the easier it becomes to stay focused and avoid the things that waste your time. Focus is a skill, and like any other skill, it improves with practice. But you must be intentional about protecting your time and staying true to your goals. Every time you say no to a distraction, you're saying yes to your future success. Every time you resist the urge to check your phone or get sidetracked by something unimportant, you're strengthening your ability to focus and move toward your goals. Number 3. Plan every hour with clear daily priorities. First, planning every hour with clear daily priorities. First, is one of the most powerful habits you can develop to achieve your goals. Too often, we start our days without a clear idea of what needs to be done, and as a result, we waste time jumping from task to task without ever really making meaningful progress. To change that, you need to take control of your day from the moment you wake up, setting a clear agenda for how you'll spend every hour. This isn't about filling every minute with something to do. It's about making sure that each hour is dedicated to the things that matter most. The first step is to understand what truly matters to you. What are your top priorities for the day? What tasks will move you closer to your most important goals? This isn't about filling your schedule with endless to-do lists or trivial tasks. It's about identifying the activities that will have the greatest impact on your success and making sure they are at the top of your list. Successful people don't waste their time on distractions or things that won't help them achieve their goals. They're clear on what needs to be done, and they prioritize those tasks. Start by taking a few minutes each morning to reflect on your goals. What are the big things you need to accomplish today? What can you do right now to move the needle forward? This is the most important part of planning your day. You have to think strategically about what needs to be done and why it's important. Once you've identified your priorities, make sure they take precedence over everything else. Next, break your day into blocks of time and assign specific tasks to each block. This is called time blocking, and it's a technique used by some of the most successful people in the world. When you block out your day, you're telling yourself exactly what to do and when to do it. Instead of leaving your schedule open-ended and hoping you'll get everything done, you're making a clear plan that holds you accountable to your goals. Each block should have a specific purpose and a clear outcome that you want to achieve by the end of that hour. It's also important to be realistic about what you can accomplish in each hour. Don't overload yourself with too many tasks. Instead, focus on a few high-priority activities that you can give your full attention to. The more focused you are, the more you can accomplish in less time. Break down your bigger goals into smaller, actionable steps that you can complete throughout the day. If you have a large project, divide it into smaller tasks and assign each task to a specific time block. This will prevent you from feeling overwhelmed and help you stay on track. Now, as you plan each hour, make sure to also leave room for flexibility. Life is unpredictable, and things don't always go according to plan. That's why it's important to allow yourself some breathing room between tasks in case something unexpected comes up. Flexibility doesn't mean abandoning your plan. It means giving yourself the space to adapt when necessary. If you have a critical task that runs over, don't panic. Just adjust your schedule and keep going. One of the most important aspects of planning your day is to make sure you start with the most important tasks first. It's easy to get distracted by small, low-priority tasks that feel urgent but don't actually contribute to your bigger goals. These tasks might give you a false sense of accomplishment, but they don't move you forward. Instead, tackle the most important, high-impact tasks early in the day when your energy is at its peak. By knocking out the big, difficult tasks first, you'll build momentum and have a sense of accomplishment that will carry you through the rest of your day. Another key part of planning every hour is to make sure you set clear boundaries around your time. Don't let people or tasks steal your focus. If you've planned to work on a certain task during a specific time block, protect that time as if it were an important meeting. Don't check your phone, don't answer emails, and don't let other people interrupt you unless it's absolutely necessary. Respect your time as much as you respect the time of others. The more you respect your own schedule, the more others will respect it as well. As you plan your hours, it's also important to incorporate regular breaks. Taking short breaks throughout the day allows you to recharge and stay focused. If you try to work for hours without a break, your productivity will decline and you'll start to feel drained. Breaks are essential for maintaining focus and keeping your energy levels high. A 5-minute break every hour or a longer break in the middle of the day can make a huge difference in your overall performance. While it's important to plan your day with intention, it's just as important to review your plan regularly. At the end of each day, take a few minutes to reflect on what you accomplished and what still needs to be done. Did you stick to your priorities? Were there any tasks you didn't get to that need to be moved to the next day? This practice of daily review will help you stay on top of your goals and make adjustments as needed. It will also give you a sense of closure at the end of the day, so you can start the next day with a fresh perspective. To plan every hour effectively, you must also learn how to say no. Not every task or request requires your attention. If something doesn't align with your priorities, don't be afraid to say no. This is one of the hardest lessons for many people to learn, but it's essential for maintaining focus on your goals. You have to be protective of your time and understand that every yes to something non-essential is a no to something that matters more. When you say no to distractions, you free up time and energy to focus on your top priorities. By taking control of every hour, you make your days more productive, focused, and purposeful. When you have a clear plan in place, you're not wasting time wondering what to do next or getting sidetracked by minor tasks. You're moving forward with intention, tackling the most important tasks first, and making consistent progress toward your goals. Each hour becomes a stepping stone that brings you closer to your ultimate vision. If you truly want to make the most of your day, planning every hour with clear priorities is the way to do it. It's not just about getting things done, it's about getting the right things done. Successful people don't leave their days to chance. They make sure that every hour is spent on tasks that will move them closer to their goals. By planning your day with intention and purpose, you take control of your time, your productivity, and your future. Number 4. Protect your time by saying no to nonsense. Protecting your time is one of the most crucial actions you can take to achieve success. Time is your most valuable asset, yet it's so easy to let it slip away without realizing it. You can never get time back. So once it's gone forever. The way you protect your time determines how productive and successful you can be. If you don't take control of how you spend your time, others will, and you'll end up running on someone else's schedule. That's why learning to say no to nonsense, distractions, and things that do not serve your goals is an essential skill for success. When you say yes to everything that comes your way, you end up scattered and stretched thin. You spread yourself too thin, and ultimately you accomplish less than you would if you were more focused. Saying yes to too many things means saying no to your goals. When you say yes to low-priority tasks or requests that don't align with your vision, you're allowing someone else to take control of your time, and you're neglecting your own aspirations. The key to maximizing your potential is to protect your time fiercely. You need to create boundaries and say no to the distractions that keep you from reaching your goals. There's no shame in saying no. In fact, it's one of the most powerful things you can do. Successful people understand that in order to be effective, they must guard their time like it's the most valuable resource on earth. And that's exactly what it is. They don't get distracted by everything that demands their attention. They focus on what's important, and they don't let nonsense waste their time. Whether it's social media, unproductive meetings, or low-priority tasks, successful people know when to say no in order to protect their focus and energy. The challenge with saying no is that it often feels uncomfortable. Society teaches us to be accommodating, to please others, to say yes, even when it's not in our best interest. But saying yes too often will leave you drained and ineffective. You cannot serve your highest goals if you're constantly saying yes to things that do not align with them. When you say no, you're not being selfish, you're being responsible with your time. You're protecting the precious moments that could be used for more meaningful, productive tasks. The first step in protecting your time is to understand what is truly important to you. What are your non-negotiables? What are the things that must get done today, this week, and this month in order to move you closer to your big goals? Once you've identified your core priorities, it becomes easier to say no to anything that doesn't align with those priorities. It's not about rejecting people or opportunities. It's about making sure you're not allowing things that waste your time to pull you off track. One of the biggest time wasters is constant interruptions. In today's world, distractions are everywhere. Whether it's your phone buzzing with notifications, emails coming in every few minutes, or people constantly asking for your attention, it's easy to get sidetracked. But interruptions take away from the most important work you can be doing. To protect your time, you need to learn how to manage distractions and set boundaries. Turn off your phone when you're working on important tasks. Schedule specific times to check emails and social media, but don't let these things hijack your day. If you're in the middle of a critical task, don't let anything pull you away. Protect your focus by saying no to the distractions that steal your time and energy. Another way to protect your time is to get comfortable with saying no to requests from others. People will always ask for your time, and often these requests are well-meaning, but they can eat up hours of your day. Before you say yes, ask yourself, does this request align with my goals? Is this the best use of my time? If the answer is no, then it's time to say no. It can be difficult, especially if you're worried about disappointing others, but remember that saying no to someone else is saying yes to yourself. You're making a conscious choice to use your time in a way that serves your own growth and progress. It's important to understand that your time is finite, and every yes to something that doesn't matter means a no to something that does. One area where many people struggle to say no is in meetings. How many times have you been in a meeting that could have been an email or a 10-minute conversation? Meetings can be a huge drain on time if they're not focused and productive. If you're in a meeting that isn't advancing your goals or helping you move forward, don't be afraid to step out, speak up, or even suggest a more efficient approach. Protect your time by only attending meetings that truly matter. If a meeting isn't directly related to your top priorities, it's okay to decline or leave early. You don't have to be everywhere and do everything in order to succeed. Be selective about where you invest your time. Protecting your time also means knowing how to say no to your own bad habits. We all have things we do that waste our time. Whether it's binge-watching TV shows, mindlessly scrolling through social media, or procrastinating on important tasks. These habits might feel good in the moment, but they're stealing valuable time from your future success. If you want to achieve something significant, you must take a hard look at where you're spending your time and make a conscious effort to eliminate the things that aren't serving you. Saying no to bad habits is one of the most important steps in creating the life you want. Being proactive with your time is key. The more you plan and prioritize, the less likely you are to fall into the trap of wasting time. Each day, take a few minutes to plan out your schedule, and when opportunities or requests come your way, evaluate whether they fit into your plan. If they don't, say no. By making time management a priority, you'll be able to stay focused and productive, and you'll accomplish more with less stress. Learning to protect your time is a skill that takes practice, but once you master it, it will pay off in ways you can't imagine. You'll become more productive, more focused, and more successful. You'll have the time to dedicate to the things that matter most to you, and you'll stop wasting precious hours on things that don't help you achieve your goals. Time is your most valuable resource. Don't let anyone or anything take it from you. Take control of your schedule, set boundaries, and say no to nonsense. By doing this, you'll make more room for the things that will move you closer to the success you want to achieve. Number 5. Start your morning with silence, focus, and direction. Starting your morning with silence, focus, and direction sets the tone for the entire day. How you begin your day impacts how you feel and how productive you are. We've all heard the saying, the way you start your day is the way you live your day. And it's more than just a catchy phrase, it's the reality. Mornings are an opportunity to lay a strong foundation for success, and it all starts with the simple act of carving out time for silence. In a world where noise is constant, taking a few moments in the morning to center yourself in silence can have an incredibly powerful impact. When you wake up, most people immediately dive into their phones, check emails, or scroll through social media, but these habits can overwhelm your mind, distract your focus, and take you away from what's truly important. The first few moments of your day need to be dedicated to setting the stage for everything that's to come. When you allow the chaos of the world to dictate your thoughts first thing in the morning, you're giving away your power before you even start your day. Instead, commit to starting your day in a space of calm with a clear mind and a sense of control. Silence in the morning is not just about avoiding external noise, it's about creating an inner quiet. It's about allowing yourself to breathe deeply and center your thoughts before the world starts demanding your attention. When you wake up and choose silence, you're intentionally disconnecting from the noise around you. In this stillness, your mind is able to find clarity. You can think, reflect, and focus on what truly matters. The silence allows you to hear your own thoughts, tap into your inner wisdom, and set a powerful intention for the day ahead. This is where focus enters the picture. Once you've found that silence, it's time to tune into what truly matters. Starting your day with focus means giving attention to the tasks and priorities that will move you closer to your goals. It's about intentionally choosing what you want to accomplish, what you need to do, and what will push you forward. Without focus, the day can slip away with little to show for it. But when you have a clear focus, everything becomes more purposeful. You know exactly what needs your attention, and you can block out distractions and irrelevant details. Many successful people attribute part of their success to starting their day with focus. When you begin your morning with focus, you set yourself up to accomplish more throughout the day. Focus sharpens your energy and directs it toward the most important tasks. This doesn't mean being busy. It means being intentional. It's about quality, not quantity. You'll find that the things that need to get done will be completed more efficiently, and the distractions that used to sidetrack you become less of a temptation. Direction follows closely behind focus. Focus without direction can lead to confusion or wasted effort, and direction without focus can be like setting out on a journey without knowing where you're going. But when you combine both focus and direction, you're setting yourself up for success. Direction provides a roadmap for your day. It's about knowing where you're headed, what your end goal is, and how you're going to get there. Your morning routine should include time for direction setting, even if it's just for a few minutes. Whether it's reviewing your goals, planning your day, or reflecting on your bigger purpose, starting with direction gives your day a clear sense of purpose. When you wake up early and begin your day in silence, you create the mental space needed to reflect and prioritize your tasks. By focusing on what matters most, you avoid getting caught up in the endless cycle of distractions that many people face throughout the day. Without focus, you're left reacting to the world rather than actively shaping your day. You'll constantly feel behind and time will slip through your fingers. But when you start your day with silence, focus, and direction, you start the day in control. You own your time instead of letting it own you. There's also a profound impact that starting your day with silence and direction has on your mental health and well-being. When you take that quiet time to check in with yourself, you give your mind the opportunity to relax, reset, and prepare for what's ahead. It's a form of self-care that doesn't involve any distractions or stress. Instead, it's about connecting with yourself and your goals in a calm and centered way. You begin the day in a peaceful state, rather than being hit with stress or overwhelm. You don't allow the demands of the world to consume you. Instead, you're grounded and prepared. Another reason why this practice of starting with silence, focus, and direction is so important is because it enhances your productivity. With a clear mind and a sense of purpose, your day unfolds more smoothly. You tackle your most important tasks first, instead of getting bogged down by less important matters. You approach everything with a sense of intention, rather than mindlessly reacting. This means less time spent procrastinating, less time wasted on trivial matters, and more time spent on what truly matters. It's a small but significant shift that creates a massive difference in how you experience your day and how much you accomplish. However, it's not always easy. Our world is full of distractions, and we're constantly pressured to fill every moment with activity. But the reality is, most of the time the things we fill our days with don't actually move us closer to our goals. We end up chasing distractions thinking we're busy, but in reality we're simply avoiding what truly needs our attention. Starting the day with silence, focus, and direction forces us to confront the things that matter most. It demands that we prioritize what's important and stay committed to those priorities throughout the day. To incorporate this into your life, start by setting aside time each morning to embrace silence. This doesn't have to be long. Just a few minutes of quiet reflection can make a huge difference. During this time, close your eyes, breathe deeply, and clear your mind. Once you've found some stillness, ask yourself what your top priorities are for the day. What needs to be done today to move closer to your long-term goals? What tasks, if completed, will make the biggest impact? Write them down if necessary and set an intention for the day. Then move forward with clear focus, knowing exactly what needs your attention. It's essential to keep this practice simple. Don't overcomplicate it or feel like you need to follow a rigid routine. The goal is to create the habit of starting your day with intention, focus, and peace. Over time, it will become second nature, and you'll start to notice the positive impact it has on your day. You'll approach your work with more clarity, accomplish more, and feel more grounded in your purpose. Starting your morning with silence, focus, and direction is not just a luxury, it's a necessity for success. In a world that is constantly pulling us in a million directions, it's easy to lose sight of what truly matters. But when you take the time to center yourself in the morning, you gain control over your time and energy. You move through your day with purpose, confidence, and clarity. The small act of starting your day with intention creates a ripple effect that shapes the rest of your day. And when you make this a daily practice, you'll find yourself making more progress, achieving more and feeling more satisfied with the life you're building. Number 6, track your time and fix what wastes energy. You must track your time and fix the things that waste your energy. Time is our most valuable resource, and every successful person knows how to manage it effectively. They are meticulous about where their time goes, and they know the importance of making every moment count. The problem is that most of us waste time without even realizing it. It's easy to get caught up in distractions, small tasks, and the endless pull of the world around us. But when you take the time to track where your time is actually going, you uncover the hidden energy drains that might be slowing you down and holding you back. The first step is to start tracking your time. This is not just about keeping a schedule or writing down what you do each day. It's about being honest with yourself. It's about acknowledging how much time you are truly spending on productive activities and how much is being lost to unnecessary distractions or non-essential tasks. Tracking your time might seem tedious at first, but it's one of the most powerful tools for improving your productivity. When you track your time, you gain awareness. You start to see where your energy is going and whether it's being spent wisely or wasted. You begin to realize that time is slipping through your fingers in ways that you may not have noticed before. And once you become aware of how you're spending your time, the next step is to take control and eliminate the things that drain your energy. One of the most important factors in time management is understanding what truly matters. Successful people don't just work harder, they work smarter. They understand that not all tasks are created equal. Some tasks are critical to their goals, while others are simply distractions that provide no real value. By tracking your time, you begin to identify the tasks that are contributing to your progress and the ones that are holding you back. You can then make the decision to eliminate or minimize the non-essential tasks that are taking up valuable time. This is not just about getting rid of the obvious time wasters, like social media or excessive TV watching. It's also about examining your daily habits and routines. Sometimes we waste time on things that feel productive, but really aren't moving us forward. Checking email repeatedly, responding to every message immediately, or jumping from one task to another without finishing anything, these are all habits that can steal your time without you even realizing it. When you track your time, you begin to see these habits for what they are. And once you spot them, you can make the necessary changes. The key is to be honest with yourself about how much time you're spending on unproductive tasks. We all have distractions, but successful people know how to eliminate or minimize them. They create systems that help them stay focused and efficient. For example, if you find that you're constantly checking your email or responding to texts, create a designated time to do these tasks rather than allowing them to interrupt your day. Similarly, if you find that you're spending a lot of time on activities that don't directly contribute to your goals, take a step back and ask yourself, is this really worth my time? Another key to managing your time and energy effectively is prioritizing. Tracking your time will reveal which tasks are important and which ones are not. Once you identify the tasks that matter most, prioritize them. Successful people know how to say no to distractions and unnecessary commitments. They understand that they can't do everything, so they focus on the things that will move them closer to their goals. This means cutting out the time-wasting activities that don't contribute to their success. You don't have to be constantly busy to be productive. You just need to focus on the things that matter most. Fixing the things that waste your energy also involves creating boundaries. Successful people know the importance of setting limits and saying no to things that don't align with their goals. This could mean saying no to meetings that don't add value, saying no to social media scrolling, or even saying no to people who drain your energy without offering anything meaningful in return. By setting clear boundaries, you protect your time and energy from being depleted by things that aren't important. You stay focused on what truly matters and move closer to your goals every day. Time tracking also helps you recognize patterns in your day. It reveals where you're most productive and where you're most vulnerable to distractions. For example, you might find that you're most productive in the morning, but by the afternoon your energy starts to drop and distractions start creeping in. This awareness allows you to structure your day in a way that capitalizes on your strengths. You can schedule your most important tasks during your peak productivity hours and leave less demanding tasks for when your energy naturally dips. This way, you're making the most of your time and ensuring that you're working at your highest level of efficiency. It's also important to recognize that fixing what wastes your energy isn't just about eliminating distractions. It's also about ensuring that you're taking care of your physical and mental well-being. If you're not fueling your body properly, getting enough rest, or managing your stress levels, your energy will be depleted, and you'll struggle to stay focused and productive. Taking care of your health and well-being is crucial for maintaining your energy levels and ensuring that you can give your best effort each day. Make sure you're eating right, exercising regularly, and getting enough sleep. Taking care of yourself will help you perform at your best and keep your energy levels high. The more you track your time and become aware of where your energy is going, the easier it becomes to make better choices. You'll begin to see how you're spending your time, and you'll be more conscious of how to use it more effectively. You'll stop getting caught up in distractions and start focusing on the things that truly matter. Tracking your time also helps you identify areas where you can improve. Maybe you're spending too much time on tasks that aren't essential, or maybe you're procrastinating. By tracking your time, you can identify these areas and make a plan to address them. You'll become more disciplined, more intentional, and more focused on your goals. Number 7. Use small tasks to build massive daily momentum. Building momentum is one of the most powerful ways to achieve success, and you can start right now. When you tackle small tasks consistently, you create a powerful force that propels you forward every day. Success doesn't come from one big leap. It comes from taking many small steps that add up over time. The key is to start small, and from there, build momentum that leads to massive results. Many people think that to be successful, they need to make huge moves. But in reality, it's the small daily actions that compound over time. When you focus on small tasks, you break down larger goals into manageable pieces. This approach reduces the overwhelming feeling that often comes with big goals. Instead of looking at your goals and feeling intimidated by how much work is ahead, you focus on small wins that accumulate throughout the day. Each small task completed gives you a sense of accomplishment, boosting your confidence and motivating you to keep going. Start by setting simple, achievable tasks for yourself every day. These tasks should be aligned with your bigger goals but be small enough to accomplish in a short amount of time. It could be something as simple as writing a page of a book, responding to a few important emails, or organizing a section of your workspace. These small wins seem insignificant in isolation, but over time they start to add up to major progress. The best part is that they don't feel overwhelming, and you can complete them even on your busiest days. When you tackle small tasks, you immediately begin to feel productive. This feeling of accomplishment is crucial. It motivates you to keep pushing forward, even when bigger, more difficult tasks feel daunting. The key is to keep this cycle going. Every time you complete a small task, you create momentum that carries you to the next task. It's like pushing a boulder up a hill. The first few pushes might feel slow, but once you get moving, it starts to roll on its own, picking up speed as it goes. Another advantage of focusing on small tasks is that it keeps you focused and in control. When you break larger tasks into smaller, more manageable pieces, you take away the stress and pressure of thinking about the entire project at once. Instead, you just focus on the task in front of you, which is far less overwhelming. As you complete each small task, you build confidence in your ability to handle the larger ones. Building momentum through small tasks also teaches you discipline. It's easy to become distracted by the next shiny object or by tasks that seem more fun in the moment. However, when you commit to doing small tasks every day, you build the habit of staying focused. You begin to see that it's not about how quickly you work, but about staying consistent. Momentum grows when you keep showing up, even on days when motivation is low. The small tasks are your opportunity to practice this consistency. Now, the next step is to use these small tasks to push yourself to the next level. As you start building momentum, you'll find that you have more energy to take on bigger challenges. You'll begin to see that what once seemed impossible is now within reach. But you won't get to that level of achievement without first putting in the work on the small things. Every successful person you admire didn't get there overnight. They got there by doing small things consistently over time. One powerful strategy is to schedule your small tasks. If you want to make progress every single day, plan out what you need to accomplish the night before. Make a list of small specific tasks that will move you closer to your goals. It's not enough to just say, "I'll work on my project tomorrow." You need to break it down into smaller tasks. For example, if your goal is to write a book, your small tasks could be outline a chapter, write one paragraph, research for 30 minutes, or edit a page. By scheduling these tasks and focusing on just one at a time, you ensure that you're taking concrete steps toward your larger goal. You also need to remember that the tasks don't have to be perfect. They just need to get done. Many people procrastinate because they're afraid that their work won't be good enough. But by focusing on small tasks, you can let go of that pressure. Each task doesn't have to be flawless because it's just a step towards something bigger. It's the act of doing that creates momentum, not the perfection of each individual task. Consistency is the key to making momentum work for you. There will be days when you don't feel like doing anything, when you're tired or discouraged. That's when you need to rely on your habit of completing small tasks. It's not about waiting for motivation to strike, it's about pushing through and making progress no matter how small the steps. Some days will feel slow, but that's okay. As long as you keep showing up, you're still building momentum. The power of momentum is undeniable. When you complete small tasks, you get in the zone, and before you know it, your energy starts to flow. You find that you're accomplishing more than you thought possible. The key is to keep the ball rolling, and the more you focus on small tasks, the easier it becomes to keep going. Eventually, these small tasks compound and snowball into big results. You'll find that the small steps you took earlier have led you to places you once thought were out of reach. Your productivity increases. Your focus sharpens. You begin to see progress in ways you never expected. And the best part is that because you focused on small tasks, you've built the discipline and habits needed to sustain that progress. Using small tasks to build massive daily momentum is one of the simplest but most effective strategies for success. It allows you to make constant progress while maintaining focus and reducing stress. So today, start by choosing one small task that will move you closer to your goal. Tackle it, then move on to the next. Let your accomplishments snowball into bigger wins and watch how your momentum grows with each passing day. Number 8. End your day with honest review and growth. Ending your day with an honest review is one of the most powerful tools for personal growth. It's not just about reflecting on what you did right or wrong. It's about understanding yourself better, making adjustments, and setting yourself up for success the next day. Every successful person knows that growth doesn't happen overnight. It's a continuous process, and the best way to ensure you're progressing every single day is by reviewing your actions, your mindset, and your decisions at the end of each day. When the day winds down, take a moment to stop and breathe. Don't rush into the next activity or dive straight into your personal time without taking the opportunity to reflect on the day. This is your chance to look back, honestly and openly, at what happened throughout the day. How did you spend your time? What did you accomplish? What did you learn? What didn't go as planned? These reflections allow you to take full ownership of your day, which is the first step in taking full control of your life. Honest self-reflection is powerful because it helps you see things clearly. You might think you were productive all day, but when you review your actions, you might realize that you spent too much time on low-priority tasks, or maybe you got distracted by things that weren't aligned with your goals. This kind of insight is incredibly valuable because it helps you make necessary adjustments to stay on course. It's not about beating yourself up over mistakes, but about learning from them and improving every day. One key element of an honest review is focusing on both the positive and the negative. Often, we overlook the things that went well because we're too focused on what went wrong. But celebrating your wins, no matter how small, is crucial for maintaining motivation and building momentum. Did you complete a major task today? Celebrate that. Did you handle a difficult situation with grace? Acknowledge that. It's these wins that fuel the fire to keep going. Positive reinforcement helps build a mindset that attracts more success. However, it's just as important to look at the areas where you can improve. This is where growth happens. When you identify where you fell short, you can address those weaknesses and prevent them from repeating in the future. Perhaps you found yourself procrastinating on a certain task, or you didn't manage your time as well as you could have. Instead of ignoring these moments, embrace them. This is your opportunity to pinpoint what went wrong and learn how to avoid it moving forward. The key to a productive review is honesty. Don't sugarcoat your actions. Be objective and straightforward with yourself. When you can look at your day without bias, you gain clarity. It allows you to identify areas that need improvement and areas that are already working well. The most successful people don't shy away from self-assessment. They use it as a tool to become better, faster, and more efficient. The honest review is like a mirror that shows you your true reflection without the filters. It lets you see yourself for who you are and where you truly stand in relation to your goals. One way to make the most of your review is to ask yourself a few key questions. Did I stay focused on my priorities today? Did I make decisions that align with my long-term goals? What was my energy like throughout the day? Was I productive, or did I waste time on distractions? Did I face any obstacles, and how did I handle them? These questions help you get to the heart of your daily actions and allow you to make adjustments for the future. You might find that there are patterns to your behavior that you didn't notice before. Maybe you realize you spend too much time scrolling through social media or that you skip exercise regularly. Recognizing these patterns allows you to make intentional changes. Another benefit of ending your day with this kind of review is that it helps you mentally unwind and reset for the next day. The busy pace of life often keeps us going from one task to the next, but the review process lets you pause and reflect. It's like hitting the reset button for your mind. You let go of any stress or frustration that built up during the day and create space for a clear, focused mindset as you prepare for tomorrow. It's your opportunity to recharge mentally and emotionally. This process also helps you build accountability. When you review your day, you hold yourself accountable for how you spent your time. You're not relying on anyone else to tell you where you went wrong or what you did right. You're taking responsibility for your actions and your choices. This builds a sense of ownership and control, which is empowering. You stop blaming external circumstances for your lack of progress and start taking action to improve yourself. Taking the time for an honest review also helps you avoid the trap of complacency. It's easy to let days slip by without realizing that you've gotten off track. Small changes can slowly add up to big setbacks if you don't notice them early. An honest review allows you to spot these missteps before they snowball. It keeps you accountable to your goals and ensures that you're making consistent progress. It forces you to stay awake to your own potential and stop letting time pass without purpose. Another important aspect of this review is identifying the emotional tone of your day. How did you feel throughout the day? Were you focused and motivated, or did you struggle with distractions and negative emotions? Emotional awareness is an often overlooked but critical part of self-reflection. When you understand your emotions, you can adjust your mindset accordingly. If you felt overwhelmed, for example, you might need to reassess your workload. If you felt excited and energized, you can use that energy to propel yourself forward the next day. Emotions are a huge part of our daily experience, and understanding them helps us manage our energy and mindset. As you end your day with this review, take a moment to set yourself up for tomorrow. What can you do tomorrow to continue progressing toward your goals? What will be your focus? Setting intentions for the next day gives you a roadmap for success. It makes it easier to wake up in the morning with a clear sense of direction, knowing exactly what you need to do. This step helps you carry forward the lessons from today into the future, ensuring you never stop growing. Ending your day with an honest review and focusing on growth helps you make each day a stepping stone toward your larger vision. It's a habit that successful people use to stay on track, build momentum, and continually improve. With this practice, you hold yourself accountable, stay emotionally balanced, and ensure that you're always moving forward. The review is not just about looking back, it's about setting yourself up for the next level. If you commit to this process every day, you'll see rapid growth and progress in your life.
Number 9. Turn your phone off when working on purpose. Turning off your phone when working on purpose is one of the most effective ways to regain control of your focus, time, and energy. In a world full of notifications, messages, and constant distractions, it's easy to lose track of what really matters. Phones are designed to keep us connected, but this constant connectivity can often become a barrier to productivity and personal growth. Successful people understand the value of focused work and how turning off their phones during crucial work hours is one of the best ways to safeguard their productivity.
It's not about isolating yourself or cutting off communication. It's about creating an environment where you can do your best work without unnecessary interruptions. When you're working on a meaningful task, whether it's for your career, your personal growth, or your passions, your focus is your most precious asset. Every time your phone buzzes or pings with a new message or notification, it pulls your attention away from what truly matters. It's like trying to run a race while constantly being distracted by people pulling at your clothes. The result is a lack of progress, wasted time, and frustration. By turning off your phone, you give yourself the opportunity to fully immerse in the task at hand, allowing your mind to concentrate on the work that will move you closer to your goals. The first step in mastering this habit is realizing that distractions are not just an inconvenience, they're a serious threat to your productivity. We all have the same 24 hours in a day, but how we use those hours determines the difference between success and stagnation. If you're constantly checking your phone or being interrupted by notifications, you're essentially allowing other people's agendas to dictate how you spend your time. You're giving up control over your day, and that's something successful people never do. They take charge of their time and their focus by eliminating distractions, including their phones. The phone's role in our daily lives has shifted from a tool of communication to an almost constant companion. We use it for everything: work, entertainment, socializing, and even relaxation. While there's no problem with using your phone for these purposes, the problem arises when it interrupts the time dedicated to your work. Consider this: when you're in the middle of a task, whether it's writing, planning, problem solving, or any other important activity, a notification can completely derail your train of thought. It can take you several minutes to regain your focus after that distraction. When these interruptions happen repeatedly, you can lose hours of productive time without even realizing it. Turning off your phone during focused work isn't about avoiding technology entirely. It's about using technology strategically to serve your needs, not letting it control your day. When you turn off your phone, you regain full control over your environment and your focus. You choose when to engage with your phone rather than allowing it to dictate when you should be paying attention to it. This is a fundamental shift in mindset that successful people adopt in order to stay focused and productive. In addition to turning off your phone, you can take this practice a step further by setting boundaries with the people around you. Let them know that you're working during certain hours and that you won't be available to chat or respond to messages. The people who truly respect you and your goals will understand and support this. If you're not available to others when they want your attention, it's not a sign of disrespect, it's a sign of commitment to your own personal success. And this is what distinguishes high achievers from those who remain stuck in the same place. They understand that their time is valuable, and they are not willing to let anything get in the way of their progress. Now, turning off your phone also has significant emotional benefits. Have you ever noticed how checking your phone can create a sense of anxiety or restlessness? The constant barrage of messages, emails, and notifications can trigger feelings of stress, especially if there's pressure to respond immediately. This kind of emotional toll can distract you from your work and leave you feeling drained by the end of the day. When you shut off your phone, you eliminate that unnecessary stress and create space for mental clarity. You're no longer reacting to the outside world, you're intentionally working toward your goals, and that shift in mindset can have a profound impact on your overall well-being. Another advantage of turning off your phone is that it helps you establish a more intentional relationship with technology. We live in a time where technology is both a blessing and a curse. On one hand, it's a powerful tool that allows us to accomplish amazing things. On the other hand, it can easily become a crutch that prevents us from fully focusing on our work. By turning off your phone during work hours, you're choosing to be more mindful about how you engage with technology. You're not using it as an excuse to procrastinate or avoid difficult tasks. Instead, you're using it only when it serves your purpose. Whether that's for research, communication, or learning, when you turn off your phone, you'll also notice a change in your work habits. You'll become more present in your tasks. You'll be able to think deeply, brainstorm freely, and make decisions without the constant pull of incoming messages. This is how you begin to experience true productivity. Instead of multitasking or juggling multiple distractions, you are able to fully engage with one task at a time, which leads to higher quality work and faster results.
If you're feeling like this sounds difficult, don't worry, it's normal. We're all conditioned to check our phones constantly, but with practice, you can retrain your mind to focus on what truly matters. Start by setting small boundaries. For example, during the first 30 minutes of your work session, turn off your phone and put it out of sight. As you get used to this practice, extend the time and make it a part of your daily routine. You'll start to see how much more you can accomplish when you're not constantly distracted. It's also helpful to create a phone-free zone in your workspace. This is an area where you only focus on your work, free from the temptation of checking your phone. When your phone isn't within arm's reach, it's much easier to focus. Create a workspace that supports your productivity. One that is free from unnecessary distractions and filled with everything you need to do your best work. This can make a huge difference in how you approach your tasks and how much you can accomplish during your workday. Another important aspect of turning off your phone is that it allows you to create more meaningful connections with others. When you're not constantly checking your phone or responding to messages, you're more present in conversations. You're able to listen better, engage more fully, and give your undivided attention to the person you're interacting with. This helps strengthen your relationships, whether it's with family, friends, colleagues, or clients. You're no longer splitting your attention between the conversation and your phone, and this creates a deeper, more genuine connection. Turning off your phone when you're working is a simple but powerful habit that will dramatically improve your productivity, focus, and mental well-being. It's a way to take control of your time, minimize distractions, and create an environment where you can do your best work. It's not about avoiding technology, it's about using it in a way that aligns with your goals and supports your success. By making this small adjustment, you'll find that your ability to focus and get things done will improve exponentially, leading you toward greater success in every area of your life.
Number 10. Use your evenings to learn and grow faster. Using your evenings to learn and grow faster is one of the most powerful habits you can adopt if you're serious about achieving success. After a full day of work, it's tempting to relax and unwind, to do anything that allows you to escape the demands of the day. However, successful people understand that their evenings are one of the most valuable parts of their day. This is the time to shift your focus from reacting to the world around you to actively shaping your future. It's a time to invest in yourself, mentally, emotionally, and professionally. First, let's acknowledge the reality that we all have the same 24 hours. What differentiates the people who succeed from those who don't is how they choose to spend those hours. While many people waste their evenings on unproductive distractions, successful individuals use this time wisely to grow and sharpen their skills. The evening doesn't have to be a time for mindless TV or scrolling through social media. Instead, you can transform it into a powerful tool for self-improvement, learning, and growth. You might be thinking that after a long day of work or responsibilities, you're too tired to focus on learning. It's true that you need to respect your body's need for rest, but there's a difference between rest and mindless distraction. You can use your evenings in a way that nurtures your mind rather than draining it further. Instead of sitting in front of the TV or checking your phone mindlessly, spend your evenings engaging in activities that will stimulate your mind and help you move closer to your goals. When you make this a habit, you'll find that you are growing faster than you ever imagined. Start by dedicating a set amount of time each evening to personal development. This could be as little as 30 minutes to an hour, but the key is consistency. The time you spend learning doesn't have to be exhaustive or intense. It can be reading a book that expands your knowledge, listening to a podcast that inspires you, or watching educational videos related to your field or interests. The key is to be intentional with how you spend that time. Even small amounts of learning can add up significantly over weeks, months, and years. One of the most effective ways to use your evenings to grow faster is to develop a reading habit. Books are a gateway to knowledge, offering you the chance to learn from the experience and wisdom of others. You don't have to read hundreds of books, but making a habit of reading a few pages each evening can have a profound impact on your life. Choose books that challenge your thinking, books that help you solve problems, books that inspire you to take action, or books that offer practical strategies for success. By reading consistently, you're exposing yourself to new ideas and perspectives that will enhance your decision-making, broaden your horizons, and help you become more innovative in your approach to life. Another way to use your evenings productively is by reflecting on the day and reviewing your progress. This might sound like a small thing, but it's incredibly powerful. Successful people take time to reflect on what went well and what didn't. They ask themselves questions like, what did I accomplish today? What could I have done better? What can I do tomorrow to improve even further? This process of self-reflection not only helps you identify areas of improvement, but it also helps you track your growth and understand what strategies are working. Reflection is an essential tool for continued success because it allows you to adjust and refine your approach to life. In addition to reading and reflecting, you can use your evenings to develop new skills or deepen existing ones. Learning doesn't have to be limited to traditional education. Today, there are countless online platforms offering courses, tutorials, and resources on virtually every subject imaginable. If there's a skill you've been wanting to master, whether it's coding, writing, graphic design, or leadership, your evenings are the perfect time to start. You can watch tutorials, take online courses, or practice new techniques that will move you closer to your goals. The key is to treat these learning opportunities as a priority, not as something you do when you have time. The evening hours are ideal for this because they allow you to focus without the pressure of the day's other responsibilities. Learning in the evening also allows you to wind down in a way that's both productive and fulfilling. Instead of wasting your time on activities that provide little value, you're using your energy to enhance your knowledge and skills. It's a way to relax while simultaneously improving yourself. You might find that after a few weeks of dedicated learning in the evening, you feel more confident, more capable, and more prepared for the challenges that come your way. One of the biggest advantages of using your evenings to learn and grow is that it helps build momentum for the next day. When you end your day on a positive, productive note, it primes you for a successful morning. You go to bed feeling accomplished and motivated, and this mindset carries over into your next day. You'll wake up with a sense of purpose and direction because you know you've already invested in yourself. Successful people are not just focused on the short term, they're thinking long term, and using their evenings to grow faster is part of that long-term strategy. But let's talk about why this works. At the end of a busy day, you might feel like you deserve to shut down and take a break from everything, and that's okay. Everyone needs rest. However, the difference between successful people and others is how they approach that downtime. Successful people know that their evenings are a time to recharge, but they also see it as an opportunity to invest in their future. They understand that their time, especially in the evenings, is a limited resource, and they choose to use it wisely. By making learning a part of your evening routine, you're not just relaxing, you're preparing yourself for greater success. As you continue to use your evenings for learning and personal development, you'll notice a shift in your mindset. You'll become more proactive about seeking out opportunities to grow. You'll feel more in control of your life because you're dedicating time each day to improving yourself. The habits you form now will serve you well in the future, creating a snowball effect of growth and progress. Over time, you'll be amazed at how much you've learned, how much you've improved, and how much further along you are toward your goals than you ever thought possible. The evening is a golden opportunity that many people waste, but for you it can be the most powerful part of your day. It's the time when you can truly focus on learning, growing, and becoming the person you want to be. Use it wisely, and you'll not only achieve your goals faster, but you'll also set yourself up for long-term success. Success doesn't just happen during the day, it happens in the evening when you decide to invest in yourself, learn something new, and grow a little bit each day. So take control of your evenings and watch your life transform.